Now, from worries about a potential transition to worries about the use and possible abuse of intelligence and the levers of government by the Trump administration. Here is our Nick Schifrin.
When President Trump argued during Tuesday's debate, he was the victim of a Clinton conspiracy.
You saw what happened today with Hillary Clinton, where it was a whole big con job.
He had new evidence released just hours before. A letter from Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe declassified a Russian assessment that Hillary Clinton planned to, quote, stir up a scandal in 2016 by tying candidate Trump to Russian hacking, even though Ratcliffe admitted he does not know the accuracy of this allegation. It was also cited yesterday by Judiciary Committee Chairman and Trump ally Senator Lindsey Graham.
You've got a letter now from Ratcliffe saying that they intercepted information about an effort in July where Hillary Clinton approved an effort to link Trump to Russia, the mob.
U.S. officials and former intelligence officials tell PBS NewsHour the FBI in 2016 considered it might be Russian disinformation. It was rejected by Special Counsel Robert Mueller and the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee, and Ratcliffe released the letter over the objection of career CIA and NSA officials. Democrats accuse Ratcliffe of politicizing intelligence. Senate Intelligence Committee Vice Chairman Mark Warner released a statement. It's very disturbing to me. 35 days before an election, the Director of National Intelligence would release unverified Russian rumored intelligence. Ratcliffe said the information was not Russian disinformation, but obtained using sensitive sources and methods. That led to criticism from House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff.
To do that, days or weeks before an election with a patently political purpose, and then reveal that this is based on very sensitive sources and methods, which means that he may have just compromised those sources and methods, it's inexcusable.
Former senior intelligence officials accuse President Trump of installing loyalists who release helpful intelligence and withhold intelligence that's harmful to the president. Last Thursday alone, the Department of Justice disclosed documents helpful to President Trump's first national security advisor, Michael Flynn. Declassified information that cast doubt on the infamous 2016 dossier that tied Trump to Russia and revealed the case of 9 discarded ballots in Pennsylvania, which President Trump used to doubt the election's fairness.
Number 2, They cheat. They cheat. Hey, they found ballots in a wastepaper basket 3 days ago, and they all had the name military ballots. They were military. They all had the name Trump on them.
In a July ABC News interview, Barr denied he was acting for political reasons.
I'd like to hear some examples of people we've charged that they think were unrighteous cases to bring. I haven't seen any specifics on that.
At the Department of Homeland Security, acting head of intelligence Brian Murphy became a whistleblower. He said he was pressured to suppress intelligence that would irritate the president and alter reports to reflect the administration's policy. The department also withheld an intelligence bulletin warning of a Russian scheme to disparage former Vice President Joe Biden to help the president's campaign. Acting Secretary Chad Wolf said it was withheld because it wasn't good enough.
The report that you reference was, at the end of the day, a very poorly written report.